All right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for this Friday morning. And I am very happy to be here and to share with everyone this virtue, as it's one that's is particularly special to me, and I think probably to you also. And that virtue is prayerfulness. Maybe you never thought of prayerfulness as a virtue, but let's read the description and see exactly what it says. Prayerfulness is a relationship with a power greater than ourselves, one that loves us and knows us intimately. We live in the presence of our Creator, mindful that every act, decision, and thought is meaningful. Prayer is quiet reflection that cleanses the mirror of the soul. It is a sacred conversation that opens us to forgiveness, hope, and renewed intentions. We listen and receive spiritual guidance. We ask for help, heighten our awareness, and watch for it to come. Praying our gratitude keeps us in the flow of grace. So if you're like me, I certainly believe that there's a much bigger force and source of life and everything that we have. And taking the time on a daily basis is something that I have a practice of doing, and maybe you do too, of taking some time just to not only to meditate, but also to give thanks for and show gratitude for, and to speak the words of gratitude and appreciation. And it's also one of those things that it's a time when, we ask for the things that we would like to see. We put ourselves in a position so that we can be discerning, that we can hear the thoughts, and that means we have to quiet our mind some. I think it's very hard to have and make great decisions and choices when our mind is so busy and so tied up with all the chatter that is going on around us, whether that's in social media, or if it's in the news, or even if it's just in our daily communications with those around us. There is a lot of chatter, and that doesn't even count the chatter that goes on inside our own head, right? So, and that's why I think it's just so important to slow things down, to take the time to meditate, which is really about slowing the mind down to a place where it can be open to the influence from the source of life. And when we do that, a lot of times we can listen and really receive, as it says here, spiritual guidance. We can hear answers that we may never have come up with. We may never have come up with at another time. And it's just one of those virtues that that brings us closer to who we really are. It allows us to see our inner being as the true self. It allows us the time to reflect on the virtues that we have inside of us. And yes, they might be sometimes shown in an overdeveloped way or an underdeveloped way, but they're there. And having that moment where we can have that sacred conversation, where we're in that relationship with the source of life, it just opens us to renewing ourselves and allowing ourselves to be our best selves. Part of that is probably the recognition that there's something bigger than us. I heard a pastor one time talk about the amount of narcissism in the world, and he believed that the reason for it was the lack of a belief, or that there was something larger than us as individuals, that we were, quite frankly, the center of the universe, right? And I always thought about that and thought about how insightful that was, because when we do believe that there's something that's bigger than us, that there is a source of life, that there is a creator, that there is the universe that is looking out for us, that's interested in us, that wants to see the best for us, it puts us in a better state of mind to allow us to work with that, right? And allow us to want to receive the help and to be aware when we see the signs that come to us for the direction that we need or want to take as the individuals that we are. So that's my thought about prayerfulness. And when it comes to teaching our children about prayerfulness, that's a very personal thing, and I believe that every family is going to do it differently. But certainly, teaching our children about the mind and how we can slow it down so that we can receive things from the source of life, praying with them, taking that moment in the morning or in the evening or both, and using that time to help our children to appreciate that there is something greater than us, and to appreciate the environment that we have, to appreciate the other creations in the world, and how so much of this that we look at is all working in such an orderly way. And I think all of those things are things that help our children understand that there is something bigger than them. So, that's my thoughts on that, and I just believe that having that those moments to do just that, and to have our time to express our gratitude, it just puts us in a better place. So that's what I'm thinking about today as regard to this virtue of prayerfulness. And it's a habit that I have, and maybe if you don't have this habit yet, maybe it's something that you would like to try. It's just a little 15-20 minute meditation in the morning, and a small meditation in the evening before you go off to bed, and in the in between time too, if that's what if that's what you need, or you feel like you are being spoken to do that, that's great. But certainly, when you first get up and right before you go to bed, just to put some good thoughts in our mind, and to allow ourselves to allow the universe to have influence on our thought process and ourselves and our manifestations. So that's what I'm thinking about. I hope you enjoyed that. And in the meantime, until we meet again on Monday, remember, on Saturday and Sunday we'll have a written virtue on Facebook. And I encourage everyone to check out our website. We just put up a couple of new blog posts that is helpful, I think. It's something we wrote up, so we'll see. And that's at josephmichael.coach. And I look forward to seeing everybody very soon on Monday again. So until next time, keep practicing the virtues and the 4 C's of successful families. And that is clarity,